Oh, there's a heck of a lot of energy in Westfield, and it seems to be generated from this place. This started up, it used to be a pub, and then the pub closed down. Of course, I think it was council or something, made it into .com.
We went all over the country. 3 or 4 of us went all over the country to various big local and others organisations, picked their brains, and we found out such a lot about pro bono solicitors, pro bono surveyors, so we didn't have to pay for that sort of service. And after 2.5 years, we finally signed and sealed the acquisition of these premises, which is the centre of the estate, and it's the centre of everything that we want to do. And we're going from strength to strength now. We're renting rooms out, getting an income off that. We've just spent a fortune on the cafe.
I come mainly to check out the cafe, and as soon as I rolled in, the type of thing jumped on me and made me feel like home, that I was like at home. And it's fantastic. It was fantastic this morning.
We've just had this room kitted out, refurbished, and already it's booked every day of the week now. It's serving the community that we were here to serve in the first place. So we're achieving our objective, achieving our plan.
Oh, I think it's great. I mean, at least I can get in. I can do what I want to do.
In 5 years' time, I'd like to see it standing on its own 2 feet, if you understand what I mean, so that we're not dipping into the £1 million as much, although it's always going to be there in the background, and it should be paying its own way. We've got to run it like a business. We've got to run it to bring revenue in, to pay for other things within this building.
You can tell us what we ought to be thinking about doing. There are 2 people, at least 2 people here tonight, that I know are doing things that we wanted done, that you wanted done.
We play on Shortbrook school fields. We play outside the green fenced area at the minute. We are trying to get inside the fenced area. We have to spend an hour picking up stuff and cleaning up, but the first session, it was on the 17th of August this year, and I had 40 kids turn up to the session. It's gone down because the weather's got colder and a lot of kids are a bit, too cold. But we still have 28 kids, which is half of them. We've got a couple of 4-year-olds that come because, you can't say no to a cheeky face like that. And we go all the way up until age 15. We're trying to get a pitch marked out so that the kids have got somewhere they feel they can call a proper home ground. I set up a presentation explaining what we needed to start up, how much money we'd need, what equipment, how it would work. I did it as cheap as possible. So I just gave them a shortcut and they rounded it up to £100. They gave me that. I went out and bought the minimal stuff. It's slowly getting there. It's been a hard battle, but Westfield Big Local have been there to guide us through what we needed to do and provide us with the money we needed to buy all the new equipment we've got at the minute. We've just ordered football kits for all 28 kids, so that's a nice Christmas surprise.
I just wondered if the Westfield Big Local's name will be on the shirts.
Yeah, it's going to be big bold letters right across every child's stomach. You can't avoid it. It's going to be there. We've got good players, We've got one player and he's 11 years old and he's amazing. And he's not joined any other team because he can't afford to. We're trying to keep it as cheap as possible. We don't want to charge any kids.
As a group, we've been working and pushing to get a park for Westfield, and we're just starting to get to the point where we can see a way forward. And thank you to Westfield Big Local that have supported us, and we've been able to get the charitable organisation groundwork to get involved and really, make some headway with it. So we're working on getting a play park area for Westfield children. I said children, it's for families, it's for everybody. It's for everybody a space for everybody to enjoy.
We'll all benefit from the park, won't we?
It is pretty common now that the way that you get a park is to get the community to get together and apply for external money, like Roger was just saying. that is the standard how it's done now since these cuts that Tony were talking about, and that's what we're trying to do, and it is proving. Well, you know, we're just at the start of that journey, and I think given the demographics of Westfield and everything that you've just said about how we've been left behind, that just means that when we apply for money, we should get it.
There's loads of funding entities out there. You've just got to respond to the right funding call, really. And we're just starting to look at our first funding call now. So everything that's been done so far has been paid for by Westfield Big Local. But somebody mentioned earlier that Westfield Big Local can't simply fund it all. We've got to get that money from elsewhere. So whilst Westfield Big Local so far have funded what we have done in terms of getting the right people involved and getting the right work done and getting a proper consultation done, which has been really useful, the next step is to approach the funding bodies and write our first bid, and we're really looking forward to that. That's where we're coming up to now.
What we have said is, if we've got land, we're quite willing to hand that land over to anyone that wants to build a park.
You've got to find the land, you've got to go through, there's all these legal things that you've got to do regarding land transfer, and then you've got to put plans in place. Not only do you have to get the money to purchase the park, you've got to secure money to pay sort of like annual fees to maintain and secure the park and everything. So there's a lot of work that's going into it, and we're just starting to see a way forward to tackle all that now. We're getting the right people involved, and we're having the right conversations. Part of Westfield Big Local is to develop skills in the area, and if it turns out that Westfield has got someone experienced in bid writing, do you know what I mean? Come on board and help us out. Otherwise, we may have to pay someone who's experienced in writing bids to make sure that we nail it, but we can do it as a learning exercise for us as well. And then that would obviously help Westfield, or the people of Westfield, learn and develop, and then we also become kind of like self-sufficient when it comes to bid writing.
At first, at the beginning of this park project, it was just like, oh my gosh, how are we going to do that? But with the expertise and the time that people are putting in, we're starting to see the way forward.
We've got about 15 or 20 people, but when we hold a meeting, you'll probably get about seven or eight turn up.
It wouldn't be a project if it weren't for these guys that turn up and show the support for the work that we're doing and their enthusiasm. So thank you very much to everybody that even just shows an interest and encourages us to keep going.
This estate is not as bad as we tend to believe. It's improving all the time, and it's only improving because of the residents on this estate. We have to pull together. We can't just sit there and complain all the time. We have to do something about it.
They've got this £1 million, they've got to spend it. So let's get spending, but let's get things into Westfield that we haven't got.